What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Warkid here, coming to you with another League of Legends commentary. Now, in this gameplay, I will be playing as Aatrox in the jungle. He was just released, I would say, about a week ago, I believe it was. Now, let's get right into it here. I do start off with the basic machete, 5 pots. As you can see, we're getting invaded because they do have a blitz. Unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bad. I could have queued better there. If you queue, I was able to get a kill. Now, just talk a little bit about his Q right now. If you notice when I Q, let's see if we can get it up here again. Once this Q comes up, I'll explain it because visually it's easier to see. So as you saw right there, there's 2 circles when I Q. The smaller Q, if you hit someone within that area of effect, they do get knocked up. So it is a form of CC. If you hit them within the other circle, it just does damage to them. So as the jungler, I do like to max out Q first. I do the same thing in top lane usually, and then I like to max out W second, E third. Well, technically R third, but
the greatest lie of all.
Alright, so usually when I play Aatrox in the jungle, I do start off red with a smiteless, and then go over to blue, and then gank that lane. But since they did invade, it threw me off track, so I just decided to start blue, and then work my way over to red. So, since he's only been out for a little bit, you will probably see some mechanical errors. I am working on practicing him and getting better, and then I will dish out more content for him. Probably in the top lane as well. I'll get him in there. If I want to know if you guys have tried him out AP yet, and if you have tried him out AP, let me know if he's overpowered or not, because I definitely want to try that out. Alright, so as you saw there, I did miss my Q. I was able to E him. So with my red buff auto attacks on top of my E, that's a double slow, so that's pretty OP. If you didn't know, when you do hit him with your E, it does slow them. So this is why I think he's such a good jungler, is because he does have 2 forms of CC, so to speak, his slow and his Q, which is a knockup. If you're able to land both, it's usually a guaranteed kill. So now that my gank, well, I would call it a successful gank because I did burn Kali's flash. Burning summoners when you gank is worth all the time, even if you don't get the kill. This way you can keep it in the back of your mind who doesn't have summoners, so when you go in for the next gank, it'll be a successful gank. So usually, the fast way to clear wraiths and wolves and stuff like that is just a Q to E combo. It's very good for wave clear in the jungle. Alright, so right now I'm just looking for opportunities to gank. If there is no opportunities, because as you can see right now, all the lanes are pushed, so I can just farm freely without having to worry about anything. However, when I see situations like this where the cannon up top right now that I'm looking at the replay here, I should probably have gone top because he is overextended with no wards, so I should be ready for a counter gank. However, I do see Diana is overextending here. So whenever I gank mid, I always take the long way because they usually ward the side bushes. So I am able to hit her in that little circle. See, as you see, I knocked her up. Easy does ignite her, and I get the kill. Now, I shouldn't have taken this kill from him. I should have let the ignite tick and let him get it, but I was afraid of Diana's shield countering that ignite, so I just wanted to do as much damage as I could. Another form of advice with Aatrox that someone actually brought up to me, I didn't think of this on my own, so I have to give credit where it's due. Someone told me that whenever your passive is up, your passive is Bloodwell, I believe it's called, and what happens is when you die, it's sort of like think of it as a Nivea. You know, you die and then you're immune to auto attacks or anything. Sort of, it's a guardian angel basically. You go down on one leg and you regain health. And it kind of works, like I said, like a guardian angel. It's not up all the time. Once it's down for a while. And you really want to make sure you gank. If you're going to go aggressive gank, like you want to dive, make sure you have your passive up. And also your W, hold on a second. Let's see if there's any plays here. Okay, so your W basically procs into 2 different things. The first is every 3rd attack, it is lifesteal, and it gives you a little bit of life health back. And if you press W, if you activate it, it goes into an attack mode where every 3rd attack does more damage. So whenever your passive is up, make sure you always proc it to, or activate it, sorry, I don't think proc is the correct word to say. Always make sure you put it on the damage. So right now I know that I do have my active, my passive up, so I should activate it to the attack damage. And when your passive isn't up, you use the lifesteal one. This way you can, every third attack you're getting health back, so you don't have to worry about dying. So I was able to catch Diana out here. She was being very sneaky, but I've seen this done before, so I kind of knew she was going to do this. I am able to knock her up with my small little circle. She flashes. I think Easy's going to get the kill, but he doesn't, so I do see her here. Hit my E. She is slowed, and she's just going to take the hit from the turret to give me the kill. Easy was able to get the assist, so that puts him ahead of the lane. Even if you get the your ally an assist, that's still good because it still puts them ahead. I mean, of course, giving them the kill will put them even further ahead, but you know. So as Aatrox, I do like to build tanky when I'm jungling. When I play top lane, I would usually build more damage like Bloodthirster, Brutalizer, Blade of the Rune King, Sunfire, sort of like that. I build like a tanky bruiser up top, but when I'm jungling, I just go straight tank. Basically, because think of it like this: if you get into a team fight and your passive is up, it's like being a tank with a guardian angel. So, in my opinion, he's one of the best tanks just because of that sole reason. You have two opportunities to tank for your team. With Aatrox, it's all, like I said, it's all about timing. If you don't have your passive up, you can't be as aggressive because without a lot of armor or a lot of health, etc., like without a lot of items, he's actually quite squishy in the beginning of the game. So you do have to be careful. Late game, though, that's a different story, as you'll see here. If you would like to know the masteries and the runes that I am running in this gameplay, let me know in the comments below, and I will reply to it with all the correct information. Alright, so right here I'm just grabbing red. As you saw, their attack does do a significant amount of lifesteal. Now the reason that I'm building what I'm building right now, as opposed to Wriggle's Lantern, many of you are probably saying, hey, why aren't you building Wriggle's Lantern? Because of the lifesteal, it would like proc with your passive or your W. Now that's a good point. I will say that that doesn't make sense, and that I haven't actually tried that item yet, so I can't really give you a reason why I don't do it. But the reason I go for the item that I have is for the cooldown reduction and the extra health to make him tankier. Wriggles doesn't make you as tanky as the this item does that I have. I don't know the exact name of it, so blanked out. So right now I'm just farming because I see that all lanes are really doing well and are holding their own. They don't really need my help. So as you can see, clearing the jungle is really easy with Aatrox. You can just Q over walls, land on all three of them, knock them all up, and then E, without really losing that much life since you gain it back. So it looks like I'm gonna go for another gank on Diana here, since she is the only person really overextending in her lane. As you can see, top is fully pushed and bottom is fully pushed as well. So I just ward their race since I think she saw me. I know that my passive is up, so I'm going kind of aggressive here. Diana does a really good job of avoiding my Q and my E. Very hard to gank her when she does something like that. So I think Easy's just pushing right now. I don't think that ult was actually to try to hit her. I think it was just to clear the way faster. Alright, so we see Nasus here, and I am able to counter gank it. So right here, I get in between both of them, and I do ult, which hits them both, and gives me the advantage in the team fight. His ult basically is, he lifesteals, basically. It draws health from all the opponents within the area. So you gotta make sure that you're near people when you do it. You can't just use it and then go into the fight.
I am as timeless.
So this is the perfect opportunity to get Dragon because we did just kill mid, and their jungler had to back off because he was low on health. So that means they have no smite on their team and pretty much a free Dragon. So remember that dragon does spawn every 6 minutes. So as you see, we just got it at 11:26, which means that the next dragon would be up at 17:26. Fortunately, don't write it in the chat here, which you should, especially if you're playing ranked. Keeping track of objectives, wards, everything is just so important to winning games. It makes a bigger difference than you think. Alright, so I did clear wolves. Easy, oh my god, Easy just survived with like 5 health. Holy mother of Oprah. Right, so since he's going back, I'm just going to stay here, clear this wave for him, so that he doesn't have to deal with that. So I do flash and I do miss. I hit my Q, but I don't hit it where she is CC'd. So that's my fault right there. I could have done that a little better. I am able to get off my slow to her, and then I pop my ult for the kill secured. As Aatrox, don't like feel scared to ult in those situations, due to the fact that his ult is a pretty low cooldown. So yeah, so Easy did survive with 10 health. That was pretty ridiculous. Lucky man. So right now I see my team's putting pressure on their team by their raids, so I'm gonna go over here and help them out. So like I said right there, I did miss my knock-up, but I was able to hit him with some damage and slow him. Right now, as a jungler, you really just want to help your team. You don't really even necessarily need kills. I mean, you do have free farm in the jungle, so you don't really, unless someone is counter jungling you, which is honestly very rare to see nowadays. But unless you're versing the OP Nunu jungle, which is getting nerfed soon. God, I hate Nunu jungle. So right there, I am able to hit my knockup and my. Oh, she does do a good job dodging my E. I know I have my passive up, which is why you see my W is active on my my damage instead of my lifesteal. So as I was saying before, as a jungler, you're really a good jungler would basically get most assists or a lot of assists rather than kills, because your primary objective really is to win your lane, win lanes for your team. Like for instance, that one time where I ganked mid and I basically stole the kill from Easy. I should have let him kill her so that he would be ahead of his lane. So you, as a jungler, like I said, you basically just want to farm your jungle, your buffs or whatever, and get assists. So let's see what item I get next. Looks like I am building into a Spirit Visage due to the fact that Diana is really the only one that's hitting me hard right now. So I'm really building to avoid damage from her. And I also do realize that they have an Akali, so that's 2 AP as opposed to your Bruiser top that you usually see. So Magic Resist is a good choice here. Always make sure you look at the enemy's team composition when you're building. Don't just build to build what you want. You have to build according to team comps. Especially the enemies. Like if you're winning, if you're winning by a good margin or you're winning in general, you usually build damage as opposed to armor and all that stuff and countering with like magic resist and stuff like that. But if you're losing, or if you're just a tank in general, you want to make sure you build to the enemy's comp. Right, so right now I see an opportunity to gank here. It seems like they are overextending, and I do realize that I have Easy here along with my passive and my ult. So I am able to hit both of them on this one. Right now I have my lifesteal up. I should press my W right here to get more attack damage. So I am able to perfect bullseye right there, as you saw, right in the middle of the circle. See, and I did my job there. I got Easy both kills. That puts him ahead. I got both assists, which is good. Now I'm just clearing and pushing this wave for this lane here.
Let fear become fury.
Right, so Dragon is up in 1 minute and 29 seconds. So right now I'm just going to go back to farming. I see that no lanes are really pushing from the enemy team. They're not really pushing any turrets. I don't have to run to save any objectives, so I can just free farm. Also, I do apologize if my mic isn't that good right now. I've been messing with it all day, trying to get it to a proper setting. Let me know if it's okay, if it's bothering you, if it's bearable or whatnot. So right here, I think I don't even know what I'm doing. I think I'm just looking at something. Alright, so do you see Quinn? I'm coming here to help him, but he is able to get that kill and lifesteal to save his life. So good job by Quinn. So I just go back to farming basically. Oh, so I do see that he's getting killed. Oh, stay alive, stay alive. Do I get it? Do I get it? I am able to get the knockup. He does pop his ult, trying to chase down this Quinn, but Kennen does come in. And he's in for a world of pain right now. As you can see, taking him out. Good job by that Kennen. So right now, she does pop my passive. I think that's the first time my passive is procced the entire game. Not too sure. I don't remember. I won't give you any spoilers. Oh, if that ult would have hit by easy, I could have QE'd and killed him. But unfortunately, it didn't. And I didn't want to risk versing into Kali because she's got that spell vamp and lifesteal. It's just OP. So basically, I'm just gonna take this red buff. I want to make sure I have my buff control. I don't want to lose it to Nasus, even though we just killed him. But alright, so go back here. Looks like I may pick up my Spirit Visage now. I might have enough gold for it. Let's see. Looks like I don't, so I just pick up one of the Kindergens or whatever it's called. I'm so bad. I'm so bad with items and stuff and their names. I'm more of a visual person. I remember them by what they look like. Right, so I see my team is fighting right now. Good bubble by Nami. But we're so far ahead right now that we have the advantage. They don't really need me. They got that damage. So if you just saw right now, Bliss is coming from the side. Let's see if we can take him out here. He's just pulling a blitz bait. Alright, so I do try to QE over the wall here. Misfortune does ult. Good disengage by Nami. Nami's very good for disengaging and engaging, to be honest. So Nami's really good for that. So as you saw there, she did pop it to disengage, and we are able to get out of there. Because we didn't have a Kennen, and that was just bad positioning overall. So I don't think they know I'm here by the way they're reacting. I think we're just trying to catch someone out of place. If this easy had Frozen Fist right now, it'd be so much easier. So good job by Quinn taking out Blitzcrank. So right now I'm just running over to save her butt because I know Akali's gonna come in and hit her with that Wombo combo R. And there she goes. So I am able to knock her up and pop my ult. As you can see, her life's pretty much down. Right now my passive isn't up, so I know not to activate my W. So I did see that she flashed. I really almost flashed there, as you see, but then I realized we have an Easy who just has a built-in flash and can pick off that kill easily without me having to burn my summoners. So that's good, and that's a free dragon right there. Due to the fact that we just basically wiped out their whole team. It wasn't an ace, but we did clean out most of them. So I'm just life-stealing from this dragon and tanking it, no problem. Along with that Nami heal. And life-steal for days. Alright, so able to smite it. Dragon, we did kill dragon at 2016, as you can tell by the timestamp, so that means the dragon's up at 2616. Remember guys, always activate your timestamps on your game. It's very important for keeping up to date with objectives. So just farming up a storm here. So right now I just see Nami pushing. Look at that Nami support. Too manly, too manly. Too manly for me, man. Alright, so she backs off and gets out alive. That's all that matters. Alright, so I think that this time I do have enough for my Spirit Visage. Let's see if I pick that up. Yes, I do, and I am able to pick that up now, along with, I think I grabbed Ninja Tabbies, I'm not too sure. I think I grab it just because I want some armor for that Misfortune, and Nasus. Alright, so good stuff. Got some armor now. Alright, so at this point of the game, usually I don't main jungle. I do main support and well, yeah, I main support. My secondary is AD carry. I'm really good at both of those. Jungle isn't my strongest, so usually I get confused at this point of the game what I really should be doing, whether to be farming or just pushing, providing pressure in lanes with my team. Like, I guess it's situational based. That's why I think jungle is the hardest role. Due to the fact that you really have to keep track of so many things. You know, does the enemy have wards? Does the enemy have summoner spells? Dragon timer, Baron timer, like all these things. Buff timers, like, ugh. I don't even keep track of that stuff in my head. I'm not that good yet. But I just find Aatrox so fun that, you know, I find jungling to be a good time. So I do pop my ult. Basically just tanking this because I know that my passive is up right now. So I really got to just get out of here. Fortunately, that team fight wasn't too good. So I'm like, oh, so she did slow me with her red buff. And I'm trying to avoid this blitz grab. Don't grab me, bro. Don't grab me. No, get away. No. I thought he was going to try to pull. I'm like surprised he hasn't tried to pull me yet. So I see that she popped her slow. I hit them both with my E to slow them down, making them get hit by the turret. So this Quinn can pretty much just be the janitor. Easy misses his ult. Oh well, no problem.
They will greet you.
Okay, so it looks like I'm trying to build. I don't think I actually, from what I remember, I think I sell those two cloth armors a little bit later. Sorry for the spoiler, but I'm pretty sure I do sell those and get a different item. Not too sure why I did that. I think I had in mind to go Rendo and Omens, but I don't think that'd be that great of an idea for this team comp tower versing. That's still something that like I have to practice as well. Is like I said, you have to build for the enemy's team comp, and I'm not the best at that yet. Like that kind of stuff comes with time. Like I need to know each item by heart. I need to know what exact comps would work with certain items, etc. But like I said, that comes with practice and time. Alright, so right now I'm just clearing this red buff. Red buff is really good on Aatrox. So, I mean, unless your AD carry is really fed. Okay, so unless your AD carry is really fed, I would recommend just taking the red buff. Give your blue buffs away whenever to your mid. But red buff, make sure you keep track of and take. So I see that Easy is going for this Nasus right now, so I'm just trying to make my way over there. I knew this Akali was going to go in for that, so that's why I kept coming. Otherwise, I would have just left. Unfortunately, I just wasted my ult there. I don't know why I popped it. I think I just got anxious for that kill.
Is the greatest lie of all.
So, oh well. It's not that. It's only a 50-second cooldown because I do have Spirit of Passage and I do have a good amount of cooldown reduction.
I know.
So I do recommend getting cooldown reduction on Aatrox because having his Q, W, E, R, like all that stuff is so important to have, especially on a manaless. Manaless champions are usually all about their CDR, like Akali, etc. So I do see that they're all weak. There's two people weak. Go Aatrox, go! And I do see Kennen is coming from the bottom, so I'm making my way downtown, walking fast.
Victory is forever.
Face is past and I'm homebound. Alright, so there he is. I see Blitz. Get back here. Back here, you robot. Get him, Kennen. Get him. Nice job by Kennen. I do smite that Kennen minion just to push the lane a little faster.
I am as timeless as war.
Alright, so as you can see, I am maxing my W second prior to my Q first. Alright, so that now that we push that wave, I do see that mid and top are pushing, so we should probably be pushing that. So yeah, I take a look at Warden's Mail and I'm like, I don't think I should be buying that. So let's see what I pick up next. Okay, yes, Sunfire. Sunfire is really good on him, so that's why I went for it. Plus it makes him tankier. Basically, the reason that Sunfire Cape is so good on him, I'll explain that, is because if you Q into the whole team, and you E or whatever, you're basically tanking. If you're going tank builds, like I am, whenever I go jungle as him, I usually tank. So I always go Sunfire so that I can just tank in the middle of their team and do damage at the same time. The Sunfire does give out AoE damage, which is why I like it. Very good for tanks. Especially against like an AD team, that would be phenomenal because it's armor. The team combo that we're versing probably isn't the best to have Sunfire with, but since I saw that MF is getting a little bit fed, I might as well have some form of armor for her, aside from my ninja tabbies. And I think the rest of the game I just build magic resist. We'll see, I don't really quite remember. But yeah, like I said, you will see mechanical errors, even from earlier. Like right there I should just eat, but I think it'd be easier, especially as jungling when you're ganking, you should probably E first, so learn from my mistakes, don't Q first, because by now people know how he works, so they're expecting you to Q in, and they're just going to dodge it. They're going to dodge the knockup, so make sure you E first to slow them down, to make it easier on yourself to hit them directly in the center of your Q, to knock them up.
Your turret has been destroyed.
So that's something that I need to start getting the habit of. I'm just so used to queuing in and then be like, oh, okay, these guys don't know how this guy works, so this is easy. So yeah, tell my team right now that we gotta group and push mid, because this is the type of game where it's like, oh, okay, we got the lead, let's just keep killing things and free farming and stuff. When meanwhile they're pushing up, the enemy team is, even though they're dying, they're pushing objectives constantly, giving them global gold and giving them a chance to come back. So we want to make sure that now that we have a lead, we want to keep this lead and force objectives. So alright, so I see that right now Quinn's doing a really good, Quinn and Easy, their poke combined just does an amazing job to take out their tank. I see the damage that they're putting in, and I know that my passive is up, and I see Kennen here as well, so it looks like we might have a team fight on our hands. Alright, so Bliss did initiate by grabbing. Good job by Kennen ulting in. I'm just going full damage. You can see my W is procced to my attack damage. And we do get an ace, and I do believe they surrender from that. Not too sure. Blitzcrank does say worth, and here's the rule. The rule of League is if you say it's worth, it's worth. The enemy team cannot oblige. So their whole team got aced. They lost the game pretty much, and he said worth. So it is. It has to be worth it, right? Makes sense. So I see that Quinn, I don't know why she wants to go for that. So I still have my blood well up. Alright, so I think we're just getting out of here. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. That was just sloppy. But that happens. Miscommunication does happen. So we see that their blue buff's up. I'm just going to give it to Quinn. I really don't need blue buff. And you can just take it. Merry Christmas. I think I go for my red buff here. I'm not too sure. No, I think I'll go back. Alright. Scumbag Aatrox going back while his team is in danger. Good job, me. Go me. YOLO. Alright, so now I do have my Sunfire Cake, Spirit Visage, Ninja Tabis, and that other item that I have no idea what the name of it is because I have the memory of a dying llama. So easy. Oh my god, amazing ult by Easy. Just picks her off in the bush. So I think, I'm not sure why Quinn just attacked that right. I think maybe she got a speed boost out of it by doing that. So she was hoping. So that's pretty much a free Baron. I think we just killed like 3 of them or something like that. Right. So Blitzcrank's pull is down. He pulled me for some reason. I mean, I guess it makes sense because I do have the smite. But we are committing to this Baron. I timed my smite perfectly. We are able to get it. And down goes the big Snoop Dogg. So now that Snoop Dogg is down, we can pretty much end this game. They do surrender 4-0. GG. Great game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe and follow the links in the description below. Please let me know what I can do to improve my commentaries and my gameplay as well. And if you enjoy Aatrox, let me know what you guys love about Aatrox as well in the comments below. Alright, see you in the next video.